So hey Butch, how did we meet?
Well, I believe it was about little over 2.5 years ago, Nick. I was wanting to move up from Alabama, and your now wife and my cousin Susie, and she said you were in real estate, and that's how I ended up meeting you. I think you come over to Chucky's where I was staying.
Okay. What were you looking for when we met? And did you get it?
Well, I really didn't know what I was looking for, Nick. You had taken me to I had no idea what the area was like. I'd been gone 40-some years. And you were able to take me all different locations. I think we even traveled somewhere around 50 miles from Butler.
How were you feeling about the transaction before we met? And did those feelings change in any way during our working together?
You mean the transaction for the house itself?
Well, just your transition, I guess. More of a transition.
Well, my transition, it was kind of a hard thing to do because I had been gone for so long, but I had family. I wanted to be up here. And you made the transition, I think, a lot easier for me because I didn't know anybody. And after meeting you, I mean, we had a rapport immediately. And that was the thing that really helped me.
What were you hoping to accomplish, and were you able to accomplish it?
Well, I was, like I said, I hadn't owned a home for an awful long time, and I didn't know what the market was like. I didn't know what type of house I wanted. And as you can see, I have a house. And it was what you did for me.
Let me ask you, what did you expect to happen, and how does it compare to what actually happened?
Well, when I first come up here, I was looking more for property and that's where you were taking me to different places that had property for sale and stuff like that. And I was planning on building a log home and everything like that. But with all the governmental procedures and everything that I was not used to, I had built 2 or 3 homes. And with all the new stipulations, I had just completely lost interest in building a brand new home.
Tell me a little bit about maybe a previous purchase experience, in the past.
Well, it's kind of, I built 3 brand new homes, so I never really purchased. There was one home that was 3/4 done when I bought it, and people were actually living in it. But I was married back then, and that's what we wanted, and that's what we did, and we were in a hurry, and we really didn't look things over because after I finished the house, we weren't in it more than 6 months. The house was a beautiful home, but it was like a rat's nest inside. You had one hall, then another hall, and we weren't used to that. We liked open areas and where you didn't have to walk 5 or 10 feet down a hall to get into another room and stuff like that. So I ended up selling it and building another home right down the street, not more than 300 yards down the street.
What did you like best about our buying experience together?
Well, I was trying to live in Alabama and work with you up here, and I was going back and forth because of family health problems and stuff like that. So I think all in all, you kept in contact with me an awful lot. Telephone calls, I called you quite a few times and seen how everything, the bank transfers and everything were going on. And you know yourself, the bank was our biggest problem. They were just not, to me, if it wouldn't have been for you, I wouldn't have been here. The bank was really incompetent. But you worked with them and got me squared away and saved me a lot of time. It really did.
After our experience together, will you feel comfortable introducing me to your family members, friends, others you care about who may need my help?
Oh, I wouldn't have a problem. You know most of the family. But and I've taken your newsletters and everything to people that I deal with at the Sportsman's Club and just around the general area, because they always know somebody that's looking for a place. And I think you know that I have nothing bad to say about you or your business. And I don't put my name on anybody, but I would give a good recommendation to anybody about you.
If you were asked for advice in the future from someone wanting to do what you just did, what advice would you give them?
Get a good realtor. Know what you want. And if you get a good realtor, I'll tell you, they can really look at your finances. And it's not that you're telling what you owe or what you have or anything like that, but he's going to set you in the right frame of mind of, well, you may be shooting too high or you may be shooting too low. But the biggest thing is know what you want and shop around. The real estate market's wide open from what I understand. And there's a house for everybody. There is. There's a house for everybody.